RJ, here we are for the final ECH post-game live, at least for the Kraken.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Final one of the first season. Game 82. Just reading that over on the title of the video. Game 82.
It's real, isn't it?
I know. It sure makes it sink in.
It sure felt that way too, watching these two teams where about like half the guys just seemed like already in, my flight to Bermuda's tomorrow. Like I'm here to not get hurt.
Exactly. I mean, it was clear from the opening puck drop that neither team was really giving it their all. Um, and you kind of knew this was going to happen. I mean, let's face it, nobody wants to travel out to Winnipeg for a meaningless game at the end of the season. Even the Jets players probably don't want to
They
be
don't
there
want
in Winnipeg, for this game. I think at the end of the day, it just the team that wanted it a little bit more was going to win. And hey, the Jets were closing out the season in front of their home crowd. We saw how much that means to a team with the Kraken last game.
Yeah.
And they found a way to get it done.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know how much we're going to actually break down that game versus just, spending time with everybody, kind of for one last time. But my takeaways were Beniers doing what he does. I was really hoping that he'd get that second point and just finish 10 points, 10
He's
games.
not allowed to, Dylan. He can't get more than one. It's just
I know.
one
Well,
point.
he was allowed to not get a point in one game, so he should be allowed to then get
You should go back and look at those goals. Make sure he didn't touch a puck or something. Two guys before it went in.
They really should. But I mean, in a way, he did get another secondary assist on the Jets' first goal.
Yes, there we go. That's the multi-point game. Yeah, I mean that's a rough play for him. Probably like the worst moment I've seen from him at the NHL level. I mean, which hey, if you're a rookie coming in playing as big a minutes as he has, like for just that one-off kind of worst moment, that's fine. But and especially in a game like this too. Yeah, a really bad turnover, 2-on-1 the other way. But good to see him bounce back from it too. He didn't let it get him down.
Yeah. No, he didn't. Hackstall, didn't let him play too much after that either, though. So, got to do that old punish the rookie thing. That one was iffy, and of course that was coming off of, as everybody let me know, Victor Rask kind of missing an empty net there, but that puck was bouncing and rolling all over the place.
That's such a hard shot on your backhand to do. I mean, you just got to try and get it at the net, and he at least did that. You just don't want to whiff on it. I do excuse Rask there, like, and certainly anyone who's played hockey like at any level too. Like you've had something like that where it's right there in front of you, and you just try and whack at it. It's so hard.
Yeah. That being said, Rask was definitely one of those players I was talking about when I was saying they weren't really there for this one.
Yeah,
wasn't a great game. There's your Rask report, Striatic. You don't have to ask me about it later.
I liked, I will mention this from Rask. I liked this little play where he was kind of coming into the zone in the corner. I don't know if you caught this, and he almost lost a tire. He and then saved it, and Forsland right on is Victor Rask rights the ship.
Yeah,
it was a great call.
It really was. And then my boy Adam Larson, or I guess I should be trying to turn around. I don't know. There's a backwards.
It's on LA there.
Yeah. 82 games. Only guy.
Yep.
Let's go.
I think one of only 15 defensemen in the league to do that this season.
Yeah, it's impressive. It's impressive when anybody can do it in the NHL, just given everything that you got to go through during the course of a season. But especially being a part of this expansion experience and everything, just want to give a shout out to him. We know what it's like, RJ, trying to make it just for all these post games.
Yeah,
doesn't always happen. It's hard.
Yeah, no, each of us, neither of us have all 82 of these, so it's difficult.
Yes, it is. All right, so we'll start over in chats, and then we can see what everybody wants to talk about here. Strata kicking us off. ECH shuffle party? Question mark. It's a good one. It's a rough one. We'll do confetti in a little bit for the last time for the season and stuff. Lindsay, well guys, this is it. It is. But like we said, we're gonna do stuff for the playoffs. We'll be doing these kind of post game shows. I'm gonna try to talk RJ into doing some live watch alongs too. We'll just start for the end of some games. We could each take a different game if there's multiple games going on. I think it could be a fun, chill experience.
Oh yeah.
Brian, I'm not crying, you're crying. Okay, I'm crying. We're all crying, Brian.
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's a
just wait till we get to the end of this.
moment.
Like Dylan and I are gonna
I
have such a
know.
hard time actually signing off at the end of the
I
stream.
know. I'm not gonna want to. I'm just gonna, with all 30, however many of you, it's just gonna be like, no, you click off first. We can all be teenagers in high school again. Hunter Francis told them to tank the third period for lottery odds. It certainly felt that way.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
It really did. Maybe looking at that a little bit in the intermission. I mean, it's tough when the system's set up like that. They did have a sizable incentive to lose this game. Anyone who feels like they're going to be around next year has that incentive to get the higher draft pick. I mean, everyone there would love Shane Wright to be, part of that team next season.
Yeah, I mean, certainly after seeing what Matty Beniers coming in and joining your team did, like, why wouldn't you want as close to that experience all over again as well? But RJ, I thought lotteries were supposed to, limit teams tanking, and that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, no, of course. It's a foolproof system that everyone understands exactly how it works.
I was going to say, it's almost worse because now, like, teams like the Kraken that can finish between like 3 and 6 or whatever are incentivized to tank. You weren't before, it's just the same as before anyway.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't really solve a whole lot.
Oh. ECH sway side to side in the corner party. I mean, now you're just describing me at parties, Striatic.
Yeah, me
too. Barbara, 2 periods of great hockey, last period for the best results. Yeah, it was. I don't know if it was Francis told everybody to tank or it was just the most Chris Drieger period we've ever seen. Just rebounds everywhere, available for all, and that 5-hole, RJ.
Yeah, the 5-hole was pretty rough at times there for Drieger, and he made some really good saves too. I think there was just a 6 or 7 minute stretch where the Kraken just decided we're not going to play defense.
No.
And he made some big saves, so that he probably didn't have any business making, but he also let some in that maybe he would have stopped most of the time.
Yeah, you go back and look at some of those on the highlights. Like, you see a lot more dark blue jerseys than you see white jerseys, which probably shouldn't happen in your defensive zone. But that first one, I was telling you before we started, RJ, that first one that went 5-hole, I've never seen a goalie push cross crease and not start dropping, because that went as high a 5-hole as it could possibly go. It was like 2.5 feet off the ice. I was just like, okay.
That was a special goal.
Yeah.
It set the tone.
It really did. Jagar, hey guys, sorry that I haven't been here for the last couple of games, but I wanted to make sure to catch the last post game with you guys. Don't worry about it, Jagar. We know how life is. Glad you're here for this one, though. We did miss you. Ty, I'm not ready for this. I know. We gotta make it. We'll make it count, though. X-Kid Z, tough loss, but oh well. Exactly. Better lottery odds. Lindsay, Thank God we didn't lose an OT. That would have sucked. That would have been the nightmare scenario, RJ.
Yes, absolutely. That's the one thing that they could not do, an overtime loss. Which is why I was texting you, actually. Well, I sent the text when the Kraken had a 1-goal lead still. By the time you read it and responded, the Kraken were down by a goal. But I said, if you're tied at the end of the game, pull your goalie.
Yeah.
I asked if you would, and I said, because I would.
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, there's literally, you might as well in a situation like that. That being said, Kraken still off-season. You got to work on this whole pulling the goalie thing. That situation's got to get smoothed out.
Because I was thinking, okay, you want to pull the goalie early, right? Because you want this thing decided in regulation one way or another. So you want to know right away if you're going to tie it or not. And then instead, it looked like, oh, Haxtell's just not going to pull the goalie at all. I mean, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's good because you don't want to tie it this late. And then he does pull him at the end. I
like
don't
30
know
seconds left.
Yeah.
Well, part of it was they just couldn't get possession.
That's true. And that did play a factor, there. And they finally did, and they pulled him. But at that point, you don't want to tie the game.
No. All right, we got our first confetti-worthy moment here. Ty pointing out that Seattle played in May, Vegas did not. Lol, I'll take it. That is definitely worth some confetti. Get that going there. Yes, we played in May. Vegas didn't. That's what matters. Beneath the Pond, get to watch the postgame live as it's UK friendly time. There we go. See,
awesome.
There are so many good things about these matinee games, especially on the weekends. They are just so much fun. I wish the NHL did them more often.
Definitely.
Lindsay locked into the third position. Woohoo. Yes, we are. There's more confetti for that one.
Yep. just like last season.
Yep, I'm gonna get nice and liberal with this confetti button already. I can feel it. Joshua, the chances and saves in the third made that such a crazy fun end to a super fun season. They did. It was very back and forth feeling, and yes, the momentum swing was not in our favor, but it still felt like the Kraken were in it the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a close game the whole time. They were in it. They had a really good chance after a couple big Drieger saves too, where they were coming back down. I mean, just the goalies stepped up. From that point, once it was 4-3, both goalies really stepped up.
Exactly. Reading ID, or referencing Brian's comment from the beginning, I may have cried a few of my own tears. Just what a year! It has been such a fun and exciting year. I don't know that we could have asked for a better one outside of maybe the team's performance.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
But all the stuff we could control,
yes,
it's all been great. All of us, I think, can agree on that. Striatic, the question is, did the Kraken try hard enough to appease the hockey gods? So here we go, RJ. We locked into that third spot. We did that side of things, but are the hockey gods going to, smile favorably upon our random sequence of lottery ball numbers?
Well, I don't know if the Kraken are going to, win the lottery, but I do think they tried hard enough, at least not to anger the hockey gods. I think maybe the difference was Hackstall pulling the goalie there at the end with 30 seconds to go. But yeah, I mean, they did finish the season with a few wins. They didn't, really tail off. I think they did better post-trade deadline than before it. Yeah, I think they tried hard enough.
Yeah. Aaron, 100% that there was a discussion regarding being down one in the third period and pulling the goalie. No other explanation for not pulling Chris Drieger after the icing. I was surprised he wasn't pulled.
Yeah, that's where I would have done it for sure. Although I will say, back to the last one, I think it's hard to beat the Coyotes as far as trying hard and appeasing the hockey gods. I mean, look at that comeback against Nashville they had.
Yeah.
Again, I think they did 2 games like that recently, coming back to send it to overtime against Dallas. The Coyotes are in a good spot there if that's a relevant factor.
And they had like 2-point-ish per game players.
Yeah,
like, that's huge for them, and that's huge for the hockey gods because it's like, all right, you were trying. You got Clayton Keller. We got to give him a running mate. That can sometimes be how it is. So we just got to hope Matty Beniers did enough.
Yep.
Daniel, thank God the nightmare of losing over and over is done this season. Looking forward to a new coach in the future. We'll see. Not holding my breath on that one. Yeah, no, I wouldn't if I was you, Daniel. It's yeah. All right. The legend Medeiros in chat here. I don't even think about our record. I just think about how amazing this season was as a new fan base. Yes, it was. It was fun for all of us, all that stuff. But like, I think amazing has to be saved for your night the other night back on Friday.
I mean, what a night. I was just amazed to see all the tweets and everything and, the jersey off the back. Just what a great time. And that group you had roving around with like Caitlin and Michael and the others, just getting to do all that cool stuff. I just love it for you.
Yeah, that was so much fun to watch and to see. Schultz, if the only experienced players the Kraken had this offseason are Klingberg and Fiala, would that be considered successful? I mean, first off, Fiala is going to be tough. Klingberg, I don't know that we want. So
yeah, I think Klingberg, based on what you're gonna have to pay him, would not be considered a success at all. Fiala, I think, could be certainly. I mean, I think those are kind of the 2 areas you want to improve. I don't know that would be the best way to do it.
No, yeah, and we've talked about it. I think your defense is probably okay if you like start coaching them. I feel like that's really more of the issue rather than the talent level. And as I've been saying these last week or two, improve the third pairing just by making them veterans instead of young guys. Yeah, like don't just keep with this like let's just try to develop guys that other teams have already tried to develop and it hasn't worked. Like don't do the reclamation project kind of thing. Just get some experienced guys that can go out there, play 15 minutes, not let anything bad happen. And I think that'll go a long way for this team. The goaltending improved on its own, or at least certainly Grubauer did. Drieger still had issues like games like tonight or today. So I really think all they have to focus on is getting more goal scoring. Like that's the only thing you need to try to work on is finding more finishers, and that'll automatically help the power play, and that's really going to be the thing that's going to do the most work for you.
Exactly. Finishers, goal scoring, number one. Everything else is secondary. I think you've got a few secondary needs, but nothing that's worth spending, Klingberg money on.
Exactly. And I will just point this out just to show, to talk about stuff and use as a little segue to our bracket challenge, RJ, because
Yes.
you, of course, set up our ECH bracket challenge. Link in the description below, everybody, if you want to go and join. Winner gets a shirt and ultimate bragging rights. Very, very important. When I was doing research for that, I noticed the St. Louis Blues. Okay, RJ. Mm-hmm. Guess how many 20-plus goal scorers the St. Louis Blues had this season?
It's something crazy, right? It's like 6?
9.
9.
9 forwards scored 20 or more goals on the St. Louis Blues this season, everybody, okay? We got, what, 2? So, see, finishers can make a big difference. Talking about making huge differences here, RJ. We have Ty with a $50 super chat.
Whoa.
Yes, and then Brian following it up with a 20 there. Oh my gosh. All right. Thank you so much.
Here we go.
Thank you so much, guys. All right, here's Ty. It's crazy to think we have spent 90-ish hours together in post-game. I was lucky enough to meet both of you, and we got wins together. The community you have built, the friends we have made, I wouldn't trade it for anything. Thank you, RJ and Dylan. Thank you so much, Ty. It's been an honor getting to know you, going on your crazy Tank Commander journey. Yeah. All the games you joined us, from SAP to the post game as you're watching the Sharks games and stuff. It was such a blast, and it was awesome to meet you. Thanks once again for showing my parents around. I'll let RJ get some words in now.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ty. I mean, it's just been great to see you like around all the games too, where I have, and coming to those meetups. I mean, just an integral part of the ECH community for sure. Mm-hmm. So glad you got a couple wins to shed that Tank Commander name. Yeah. But yeah, just awesome. Thank you, Ty. And I think that's a super chat record.
It's got
one for us this season. Yeah.
And then Brian, my 3 award pairings: most improved Borgen/Lynn, most exciting Gord Beniers, and most memorable moments Ryan Donato's first goal in Kraken history, regular season. Remember that, RJ? Way back. And Maddie's first goal and jump into Canner's arms. Oh, with the tear emoji. Those were certainly special moments. I do like this, RJ. Okay, most improved Kraken. Who would you give that award to? I do like Borgen. That's a good one.
Yeah, Borgen's a good. Yeah, I think. I'm trying to think of who else. I don't know. I mean, well, no, Carson Soucy was always good, but he's still improved even over what he did last season.
But once he got regular playing time here, I feel like he did a good job.
And I do like Cole Lynn, shout out there, because you look at him at the start of the season, we liked what he brought, but he was not the player he is now.
No, he wasn't. But yeah, I like those. And then most exciting player, RJ. I mean, it's been years, but given how short the time he was here, I don't know. I might have to go with the big cat.
Okay, yeah, I think there's a little bias there. I know he's most exciting to you. Not saying he wasn't exciting too. Like whenever he, did something offensively too, we all stood up out of our seats.
Yeah, it's not exciting watching him just casually like poke check a puck in the neutral zone and keep the game like stuck there longer.
I know, right? Exciting. Yanni Gord, also just the energy that he brings, like nonstop. There's a reason he won the fan favorite award.
Yeah, Carson Kuhlman too in there for most exciting because like most energetic and certainly most involved, like play to play. I think.
And a couple players who haven't played with the Kraken for a little while that deserve an honorable mention. Brandon Tanev, while he was healthy, and then Colin Blackwell.
Yeah, those were fun times. Once Blackwell figured it out and he was finally put on that Gord line, that was exciting for I don't know, it felt like only about 2 weeks. the limited time we had. I know. Let's see. We got another super chat here from David. Hey, thanks for the content this year. You are very, very welcome, David. Thanks so much for the super chat. And Kitty B Kraken, thank you ECH, RJ, and Dylan. Looking forward to playoff coverage and Kraken playoff coverage next season. That is right. Eye on the prize, Kitty B Kraken, looking ahead. There we go. Thank all of you for those super chats. That is, it's still mind blowing when we get those.
I know. I know.
All right, going back up to regular chat. Devin, 3 goals in 4 minutes. Thanks, Jets. Seattle's in a better position to possibly get the #1 draft pick. That's right. Lindsay, this game followed the blueprint, a close and exciting game that we ultimately lose. Pulling out that emoji with the shades. Yes, it's a Lindsay special.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, I'm so eager to ditch that blueprint come October.
I know. I mean, you can ditch it now. It's done. It's served its purpose. We held on to it just long enough. Stratic, the Kraken did effectively troll certain Flyers fans and media on Twitter today, which was mildly amusing. Come on, it's more than mildly amusing when you get to troll Flyers fans because they take the bait.
Yes, every time.
So good.
Yeah, do it whenever you can.
Jagar, next year's our year. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait till we see what moves are made in the offseason. Then we can start like looking at, projections and stuff. This time though, instead of doing what we really think is going to happen, we have to project like a slight improvement, like, 29 wins, just so that the Kraken can like do the opposite. Cause I feel like that's partly what happened this year.
Yeah. If we put them right back to like second in the Pacific, like we were saying, I feel, no, we've got to give them something different.
Exactly. Big Cat Iron Man. I know. He's just so beautiful. His play is beautiful. He's beautiful. It's all beautiful. Hunter, my one wish for the off season is for Axtell to be gone. Yeah, I could have guessed that wish. I think, Hunter, if you'd said you had one wish.
So, yeah, wouldn't count on it. I mean, we got the media days coming up the next couple days. Obviously, we're going to ask what the confidence level is in the coaching staff. Try and get an indication there, but I wouldn't count on him being gone.
Yeah, no, I think that's going to be the thing. And I was going to bring this up to you, RJ, separately, but I think we can do it here. That way it can just work as a pseudo announcement. But I was going to say we should wait for the end of season podcast. Like normally that would come out tomorrow. I think we should wait till after that.
Yeah, I was actually going to talk to you about that after this too.
All right.
So there we go. We're in agreement.
On the same page. So deep dive, end of the season review and big special, spectacular, all that fun stuff. Gonna come a little bit later in the week as we wait on that, everybody. But I think it'll make it worth it. Lindsay, I love Forsland joking about how terrible it would be if their media crew guy missed the bus and got left behind in Winnipeg. It would definitely be on my 10-team no trade clause if I were a player. Lol. What? Everybody hates on Winnipeg just because of the weather. Like, it's not as far as I know, it's not the people. Their fans seem amazing. Like,
no, it's absolutely not the people. They have some of the best fans in the NHL. Yeah. And I take every opportunity I can to say that because they really do. Jets fans are awesome. The people there in the city are nice. Like, it's, nothing wrong with it except the weather. That's the one thing. Yeah. The weather can be pretty tough at times, maybe even a little bit much for me. And I like colder weather. But like, come on.
I was going to say, I've only known one family from Winnipeg. And yes, they just talked about how, like, yeah, wintertime in Winnipeg is those, like, videos you see where someone opens their door and the snow is above the door line. Like, you got to dig yourself out of your house and then dig your tunnel to your car and then dig out your car every day. And they were just like, there's a reason they live in Southern California now. Yeah, that might be enough, I guess, to sour you on it being a location. Devin, maybe Kraken will be in even better position next year for the phenom Connor Bedard. No, I don't particularly feel the need to go through this again.
No.
I also have a feeling if that was to happen, it would be because there was some injuries to some significant guys, and I don't want to see that either.
Right.
And I'm just throwing this out there. It's going to be interesting to see what Connor Bedard actually does next year. I
know you're not as high on him as everyone else. Yeah.
Yep. It's kind of gotten away with just, hitting his growth spurt sooner than most guys he's played against. And that will get you a long way, let me tell you. He's still really skilled, everybody. Don't worry. Sergeant Pickles, hey, everyone. I'm actually at work, but couldn't miss the last ECH postgame of the season. Bit of pleasure, and I'm sure we will have all sorts of fun stuff to do over the summer. Agreed, Sergeant Pickles. Thanks for joining us while at work. Hopefully don't get you into too much trouble or anything.
Yeah. But definitely appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, it wouldn't be one of these without you. Striatic, as an Edmonton fan, through the decade of darkness, I assure you the lottery system is better. Yeah. Yeah, all right. All right. You would know. I'll give you that. You're the expert here when it comes to that. Michael, no one can convince me that the Kraken didn't lose on purpose. With that said, I'm glad they get a top 5 pick. I could see that. Lindsay, I would have laughed, screamed if Donskoy scored at the end there to get us to OT and spoil our shot at the third lottery position.
That would have been the funniest of all outcomes.
It would have been like just the Twitter reactions galore from everybody. Everybody just like, yeah, we get that Donskoy goal, but no. That being said, he got 2. He got his 2. He got his 1 for the first half of the year and his 1 for the second half of the year. I said that's what it was going to be, and that's what it was.
Shame he couldn't get any at home. They were both on the road. Did you see that tweet from Kraken Stats?
No, I didn't, but I believe it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, he was in a white jersey for both, so.
Yeah, I mean, here, I got to pull this up. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, Donskoy had, and this was before the last home game, 533 minutes of ice time at home without a goal this season, which is the third most by a forward since time on ice was first tracked in 1998.
Think of how, that's so many minutes.
Yeah.
You could almost watch all the extended cuts of the Lord of the Rings trilogy in that amount of minutes. Think of that. That's a day. Like, that's a whole day you're just spent doing something and you just don't get any results out of it. That is brutal. Oh, way to bring us all down, RJ. No, I'm just kidding. JMG with the super chat. Learned so much from you guys this season. Appreciate all the hard work. Go Kraken. Hey, appreciate you being here for all of these. It's been really fun. Engaging with you and happy you learned so much, because that has been a big joy for me and RJ here is just been helping out all the people new to the sport.
Yeah, that's been one of like my favorite parts of this season, is kind of helping people get into the sport and helping people learn about the great game of hockey. It's just so fun always, and I hope we always get to continue to do that as more newer fans come aboard.
Exactly. Reading ID for Striatic. I'll point out the Kraken abandoned shot suppression in the third period. On the plus side, we could all tell thanks to the root shot counter. Yeah, I mean, better late than never on that root shot counter, as I'll say again. And here we go. See, we should have done up like a nice bingo card for post-game live stuff, because here we go with the shout out to Striatic talking about shot suppression. Like that would have been on there for sure.
Yep.
Glad we get another one of those. Thanks Reading ID for bringing that in. We can kind of touch on all the hits as we go through this last post game live. I appreciate it. Ty, low-key studs of the last half for me. Borgatron, Cooley, and Linders. I think Cooley may be sticking around. I really think he is.
Yeah, I think he's earned it. But yeah, I think they're going to recognize just the impact that he's had, and he's an RFA, so it's easy too. It's not like he can just kind of leave and go wherever he wants. Yeah, I agree.
I just think that effort level, like no coach watches that game in, game out, and then is like, no.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's just, that doesn't happen. Sergeant Pickles, hopefully we get some cup final ECH watch parties and maybe one for the draft. Oh, we will for sure do live draft, for the first round, like we did last year. We'll do, I think we should do watch parties for the cup final too. I think those will be so much fun. Michael, final Stanley Cup predictions. I've got Avs over Panthers in 7. Do you want to reveal what your bracket is?
I was going to say, I don't want to spoil my bracket here. Yeah.
Are you going to be doing a bracket special, like an ESPN March Madness thing? Should we all look forward to that, RJ?
Oh, that'd be cool. Just get the whiteboard out and go through the bracket stuff. I think we should do some kind of playoff prediction. That was another thing I was going to talk to you about. See, what the format's going to be for our playoff predictions, because we need to get that on record before the playoffs start.
We do in our brackets.
Well, no, because the brackets you can change after the first game.
Right, which I think is fine because it's really there to help people set up brackets if they miss out. Because like last year, they don't promote it. They
No, no,
opened it today and they
no,
don't
they don't.
promote it until the games have already started. It's terrible.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I understand that at this point, but we got to get some records that are like in stone beforehand.
All right, here's one I have. I have Pittsburgh beating the Rangers in the first round, but I think that's going to be a really close series. And I'm going to be on record saying if the Rangers do win, Rangers are going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, okay.
This Rangers team beats Carolina. I'm sorry, I'm just saying it.
And I'll do one here. I think the winner of the Minnesota St. Louis first round series is going to go to the Cup final.
I agree with that. And I have my winner going to the Stanley Cup final from that series. There we go. Burnt Crim. Well done, guys. Great job this year. My only real wish is for Kraken is a new studio crew led by Allison. Need some players versus the cringe they have now. Know where you're coming from. Coming from. I ditto that for sure.
Yeah, and Allison's awesome. I mean, how many times can we say that?
Yeah, just more Allison all the time. Let's go.
Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, and thanks for the super chat, of course. Let's see. Yeah, Ty, make sure you fill out your ECH brackets, everyone. Nathan, Avs over Penguins in 6. Okay. I'd take that. I wouldn't mind seeing
the Penguins
that group one last time.
Yeah.
Peter, sad Donskoy couldn't find a bone the last few games. Was pulling for him to at least get one. He looked defeated on Shahan's goal.
Aww.
Did he? I have to go back.
I don't want to go back and look. Yeah,
he was really trying this last week. Like since he worked back into the lineup consistently, he'd been playing really, really good again. Not in the cards.
I think just having a hard reset over the off season is going to do him a lot of good.
Yeah. Strayatic pointing out that though going back at reading ID, bringing up the shot suppression, Kraken still only allowed 27 shots, which is under their 28 marker. So team ID is still there, but the result.
Maybe the team ID just has the result be what they want it to be.
Exactly. Nathan had Mariners on the radio, Kraken on TV, solid lazy Sunday. Gonna miss these post games, but I know some good content is coming this off season. Yes, it is, Nathan. Thank you for being with us. I think all year. Like you've been certainly one of those OGs from the first month or so. It's been really nice, and what a perfect Sunday it sounds like you got going on over there. I'd appreciate that for sure. And then more super chats here. So we got absurdly saying, thank you so much for being my teachers and hockey fam. So grateful as a hockey noob to be welcomed to the sport so warmly. Hey, thanks for joining the community and being so great. I've loved all the interactions we've had with you. They've been great here and on Twitter. It's been awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's great to see the back and forth with you and Dylan on Twitter too. So such fun stuff.
Yeah, and then Brian with the record. Had to get the record.
The new record.
$100 super chat from Brian.
Wow.
We'll take it, Brian, but are you sure you didn't add an extra 0 in there?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. I'm 53 and originally from Bainbridge Island near Seattle. I've waited a very long time for my city to have an NHL team. Sports matter. They bring people together. They spur on business and entrepreneurial dreams. I am thankful for Doors. In the end, RJ, Doors win. There we go. And you can't say anything because that's an awesome super chat.
It's true. I think I have to concede there. Yep. All right. Doors win. I'll say it.
Oh, there we go.
Fine. Made it happen.
There we go. I can die happy now.
Yep. And thanks so much for being with us all season, Brian. I mean, your support has just meant the world to us. And and just you're absolutely right. Like sports matter. They bring people together. I saw that, so vividly at the last Kraken home game. It was just like one big community and one big party and just getting to see everyone enjoy it all together. It's the best.
Yeah.
And I like Ty in chat there. Damn, Brian, come at me, Ty.
I know. It's good. It's true. That's one of the fun things about sports is all the stuff that they can do for a community and bring them together in a way kind of similar to religions in ways too. How you can form like little cultures and all that kind of stuff around it. I had lots of fun debating that kind of stuff with anthropology teachers over my college years. Yeah, it's just a ton of fun, and we've seen it. Like you said, you saw it for the Kraken as a whole. We're certainly seeing it today with everybody. Just here with our own little ECH community, it's been really fun to see. But yeah, I never thought I'd get to know so many people. As well as I know you, right? As we were just talking about with Absurdly Sane, right? Going back and forth on Twitter with people I would have never known if not for sports, and it's been really, really fun. So definitely worth pointing out and giving the shout out to. Let's see, where were we up here? Lindsay, we had our fun and honored our fans on Friday. Today was about not letting anyone get injured, and the result worked out in our favor for the draft lottery. I consider that a successful end to the season. Yeah, and this wasn't supposed to be the end of the season, but
no,
it
the last game was. Yeah.
I think it all worked out. It all worked out well.
And after that last game too, I was like, as far as I'm concerned, that's the end of the season.
Yeah.
Like I just don't get hurt the next one. Let's have that one as the end.
It was very fitting as a nice end of the season. Everything that happened there. Beneath the pond. Imagine this fan base if we make the playoffs next season. It's gonna be insane. It'll be absolutely insane, and very much like how back on Friday it was kind of this culmination of everybody's journeys and experiences together and supporting each other and all that. It'll be like that, but like times a million come that first playoff game.
Yeah, and you see the reaction for people this season from just the tiniest bit of on ice success, like how nuts everyone went. Like imagine when they're actually good.
Yeah, yeah. Remember the 3-game win streak?
I know.
I brought
3-game win streak. Yeah,
that was so much fun, and just how everybody, we were all right back there. Like every time they give it to us, we're just like, yes, we're here, and it's awesome. So if we can get some of that consistently, I think it'll be really awesome. Striatic. So Dylan gets the press pass, and then a few games later, we get the shot counter. Did Dylan accumulate blackmail material on Root Sports personnel while Metal Gear style stealthing around the press bridge? Well, I didn't have access to any like cardboard boxes or anything to hide in, so it wasn't quite Metal Gear style. But yes, I talked about this on something. But yeah, it's quite a coincidence, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not gonna share your methods?
No. Actually, I think I outed myself last time. I didn't actually talk to anybody because I never ran into anybody.
There you go.
Outside, I saw JT, but I wasn't gonna be like, "Hey, man."
This is your purview. This is your area here.
So everybody loves you. Your style's fantastic, but
the shot counter doesn't matter if you don't have the shot counter.
Yeah. No. That being said, like I think everybody made enough noise on Twitter and stuff. I think that's a group effort one. I wouldn't want to take credit for it anyway, even if
right. No, and it shows they are listening. Like seriously, they do pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah. And you get in a couple games at the end of this year, get it all right and dialed in, so next year you can just hit the ground running with it. It's going to be fun.
Yep.
Joshua, the hockey gods should be on our side for the lottery, if only to make up for all the horrible luck throughout the season. That's true. We had like some of the worst puck luck I've ever seen an NHL team have for any amount of time.
Goals off skates.
Oh, what was it? 8? Did we finish at like 8?
Yep. See, they just lottery ball bounce off Larson's left skate and up into the thing.
There we go. Let's go. So I think you're probably onto something there, Joshua. All right, Hockey Mom. RJ, you going to try for a playoff beard?
No, absolutely not. Nope, I gave that up after 2016.
I was going to say, it's been 6 years, RJ.
I don't know that it would be any better than the disaster that was 2016. I know we got the photos of you and I together at the Cup final there. It's bad. It's really bad. I am not gonna go for that one.
I was gonna say, everybody, you see his like clean baby face right now? He last shaved like 2.5 weeks ago.
A little more recent than that, but not much.
All right, 8 days. Lindsay, OMG Maya, congrats on the Susie jersey and everything. I know, that's still so awesome. And Caitlin and Michael, everybody getting that. That was really fun to see. Stratic, or did Dylan sneak into Root Sports broadcast area and install a virus that uploaded a non-removable score counter to the graphics software? Well, See, I should have held my tongue and waited and said that was the one, because that's pretty dope. Because then I could have done something.
Not running into anyone.
I know, because then I could have done something illegal, and that ups the cool factor significantly. No, but I think you just wrote my new Tinder bio, Stratic, for next time I'm up in Seattle. That's what the people want, right? I installed a virus that put the score counter on the root broadcast.
That'll get you the right kind of date.
Exactly.
I mean, that'll just like auto filter right to the person you want.
Exactly. Reading ID at Medeiros. How is the Susie Stank doing? Did you Febreze the situation? I know, I've been hearing about this. Medeiros, let's see, Susie jersey has been Febrezed. Okay, so I didn't know if you were gonna do it or not. I'm gonna just let it naturally kind of air out, if that's possible. I don't know.
I was gonna say you're leaving it to a dangerous situation if you just don't do anything.
Yeah,
I'll guarantee when it goes away.
And then also Medeiros, also thank you for all the love I got on Friday. It was unreal, and I don't know what I did to deserve all that love from the universe. You did it because you deserved it, because you're like always so awesome and positive on Twitter and stuff.
Yes.
Like, and you've taken some heat on Twitter from some really like not great people. And as far as I'm concerned, you handled all that like a champ, and that's why you deserved everything that happened on Friday. So
yep, the energy you put out there, it's what you get back.
Exactly. And then here, speaking of Caitlin from just a little while ago, just so thankful for this whole season and for all the friends we've made along the way. Thanks for being a part of it all. Borgie smell is still spicy. There we go.
Oh, I'm sure.
I was going to say, if you had to pick one Kraken player, RJ, to get their jersey and have their jersey actually not smell bad, who do you think it would be?
Wait, the player that I think's jersey would not smell bad.
Yeah. Like that they could go out there, play a game, and then hand you their jersey and it doesn't smell bad.
Oh, man.
Like basically,
I mean, maybe one of the goalies, because it's like you've got enough padding in between. Yeah. Or yeah, well, certainly the backup goalie, I would think.
I was going to say backup goalie, probably. That being said, RJ, we know you don't have to go that far back in history to find goalies that were drilling holes in their skates to let the sweats, leak out. Right. So I don't know.
I don't know. That's a tough one. Do you have anyone in mind?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yanni Gourde, we don't see sweat. Like when they cut to like the bench and stuff, or they cut to him, he's always smiling. His hair's never wet, because I know his hair, because it's kind of similar to mine. If it was really wet with sweat, it'd be like plastered to his forehead and stuff when he takes his helmet off. But it never is. He's always got that kind of light bouncy curl. So I'm wondering if he can sweat at all, actually.
Interesting. Huh. I
mean, I hope he does. Running over.
Spend all that energy, not ever break a sweat. That'd be
He'd probably be dead, but so he must. But I'm going Yanni Gourde.
Okay.
It probably, you'd probably get a nice clean, like, looks like straight from, being pressed jersey after a game. And then blood of whoever he fought that game too.
Yeah, there you go. Nice bonus.
Yeah. Lindsay, Forsberg is still my number one target for free agency. Get it done, Ronnie. I'm right there with you.
Yep. If he's there, go for it.
Peter, great job all year, fellas, and thank you for uniting as Kraken fans. If you had to predict, who would you project as our starting D pairs for the next year? Well, I think we're going to see a similar top four.
Yeah, Dunn, Larson, maybe Susie, Alexiak.
Yeah, and then
maybe Vets on that bottom pair.
Yeah, that being said, I've been saying we're going to get Riker Evans, so Riker Evans got to be in one of those.
And then a veteran right-handed D.
Yeah. Borgen.
Yep, the veteran right-handed D.
I think Borgen's probably also played his way into staying, so it might just be Riker Evans Borgen on the third line. Third pairing, which wouldn't be terrible.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah. Stratic, regarding finishing Daniel Sprong, is third on the team in goals per 60. Just putting that out there. Cough. Rask is fourth. Cough. Hey, okay. You had me a little bit. I was going to give you some like, all right, Sprong getting it done or whatever, but let's be real. The fact that you put Rask as fourth there kind of tells
you. Does that discredit the list?
It does in my, I think it does.
Fair enough. Although Sprong can finish. We've seen that.
Yeah. Can he
say
do
what else you
anything
want
else?
about the other parts of his game, yeah, but he can finish.
Yeah, that was a nice goal tonight. Showed off those hands. He's
Yep.
got great wrist action. You put that on the like blister card around his action figure. Like, great snapping wrist action. Lindsay, Ty, I feel the same way. What a lovely community you have all cultivated. This has been a truly special inaugural season, and the future is bright. I love every time you talk about the future being bright, you always include the emoji with the shades.
You need the shades because the future's so bright.
I know. I love it every time. It's awesome. Ty, if anyone plans a Mariners game or anything, let me know. I'd be happy to tag along. Amusingly enough, my records with all the other Seattle teams is way better. I'd love a playoff WHL game versus Portland. That would be fun. I know.
Yeah, that would be fun. I gotta try and get out to one of the WHL playoff games.
I know, they're all going on, right? Everybody won their series, right? Did they all finish them off? Yeah.
I think so.
Second round's abound for up there. Well, I think Spokane didn't, but let's see.
It'd be harder to get to.
Yeah, exactly. No, next year I want to come up, like, one of my trips during the season, and I want to go to a WHL game because I've never been.
Yeah.
Worked for a team for 5 years. I've never been to one of these games.
Yes, you definitely need to.
I have to.
Yeah.
Lindsay, the blueprint is now officially in the trash. Get the new blueprint ready for next season. Agreed. Nathan, assuming Turbo comes back healthy and fun as ever next year, what player would you like to sign/trade for that could make this team potentially into a playoff contender? Forsberg, Johnny Gaudreau, anybody else is going to score a lot of goals.
Yeah, and then look at the RFAs, like Line A is someone you've mentioned for a long time. Willie Nylander, if the Leafs want to make some big changes. Yeah, just goal scoring, finishing.
That one would be interesting.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because nobody here, like, we'd look at him and he'd just be like, what's everybody complaining about his defense? He seems pretty, like, average to me.
Par for the course, yeah. I'm used to that. He'd get along with all the Swedes, though. I think it'd work.
Yeah, I think it would. And, he'd be a top-line player.
Yep.
For the first time, too. Let's see. Winnipeg is awesome for real. From Striatic there, talking about Winnipeg. Let's see. Scott, really good second period. The Kraken dominated that period. I thought they totally had the momentum. Yeah, they did until they just kind of decided they didn't want it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they show like, look, we could win this game if we wanted to.
Yeah.
We just don't want it.
Yeah, and, ultimately we all decided that was all right. It's okay.
Yep.
Absurdly saying, I was in Winnipeg in February. It was cold, but the people were absolutely lovely everywhere. So there we go. Stratic. Winnipeg is great culture and live music. Tons of amazing indie bands come out of there. It's one of my favorite cities in Canada. Yeah, I always love when they have games in Winnipeg and the broadcast cuts to downtown Winnipeg. You know what I'm talking about? In that one 5-story building, and that's it.
Yep. Oh my gosh, Dylan.
Yeah. What? Oh, what? What is happening?
Oh my God. Brian said, come at me. Ty sure did.
Ty really did. So Ty coming in with the $200 super chat.
Oh my God.
What a year. So glad I got to meet so many of you in person. At Medeiros, at Lindsay, at Reading ID, at Hockey Mom, at Caitlin. Greatly look forward to meeting more of you in the coming season. At Brian, let's cause some trouble. ECH, tip of the hat to my favorite media duo, Wheels.
Wheels, we're back, baby. Let's go. Yes. Way to go, Ty. Wheels. Hey, Dylan.
What? I read it out loud.
Yeah, you did.
I did my obligation.
That's all. All right. Yeah, Sergeant Pickles is the mother of God.
I know. Seriously, though, Ty, that is amazing. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ty. Wow.
Yeah, copy paste all the good stuff we said about you earlier, man. That was awesome.
Lindsay, damn, this bidding war is rivaling the Anchor auction now.
It really is. It really is. And then here we go.
Sorry,
Medeiros.
don't have cool trigger pads to give out.
ECH has been. I know, right? Like that is some pads right there. ECH has been one of the best parts of the season for me. I'm looking forward to season 2 Patreon and weekend wins so I can join weekend dance parties, and I will be back in Seattle next season for sure. Be there, Dylan. I will. I will
We
for
need to
sure.
make sure that you are there.
I was gonna say
when she
again,
is there.
blame RJ on that one.
It is my fault. Yep, I got COVID, forced Dylan to move his trip up.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
my bad, but Dylan will make sure
Yeah.
to be there.
No, we gotta hang out. We gotta go to a game together and stuff. No, I know. I was so upset not being able to be up there for everything. That's partly why I haven't been on Twitter as much, everybody, because it's so hard seeing everybody all meeting up and everything and not being there. I was just like, oh, I can't do it. But yeah, no, this is totally awesome, everybody. Thank you both for the super chats. This is
Thank you so much.
Mind blowing.
I can't believe this.
I know. How do we go back to this other stuff now, real quick? Back to Winnipeg is what we're talking about.
Back to Winnipeg.
Scott, the Pixies in particular, and also Smashing Pumpkins, love it there. I wish I knew how to do super chats. Don't worry about it, Scott. Hey, I just like being reminded of the Pixies and Smashing Pumpkins. Thought about Smashing Pumpkins the other day, but yeah, the Pixies. I gotta listen to them some more. Here, and then down here for another super chat, Sergeant Pickles.
You're gonna like this one too.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
There you go. You have to move the voice.
love the Cartman reference, and I feel you, Sergeant Pickles there.
How many times you would say that when we were like in middle school, early high school? Like, screw you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah, and then that one episode where he's homeschool and he just changes it to homeschool, that did a lot for me, being a homeschool kid too. Anytime I'd protest any of our sporting events, which was all of them, was basically when I said that. Oh man, so awesome. Reading ID, Kuhlman really has a loyal fan in me after scoring the only goal in my only home game this season. That would for sure do it.
Yeah,
that would for sure do it. And yeah, I guess next year, if anybody, our thing is, when new people are coming in, or people looking at maybe what second jersey should I get or whatever, or what first jersey should I get, maybe it should be go to a game and see who impresses you from that game. I think you even had that.
Yeah,
that's one of your things back in the beginning of the year when we were talking to people about that.
I did. I mean, that's the way to do it. Just go find someone that resonates with you.
Yeah. Sergeant Pickles, am I crazy thinking Sprong, Rask, and Kuhlman have all played their way into contracts? Certainly not when it comes to Kuhlman. I think we're in agreement there. I don't think we're seeing Sprong and Rask again.
I don't think so either. I actually think Rask has a better chance than Sprong, just because we know that Ron Francis likes him.
Yeah.
Versus we know how Francis talked about Sprong.
Yeah, the only time he's talked about him was, well, they gave him to, like, they made us take him.
But I'm at the media days, I'm gonna ask him what he thought about Rask and Sprong coming in and see if we can get any hints there.
Yeah, I'll just I know I talk up all the good Rask moments, but believe me, there are some rough ones there too. Some
and if anyone also, like, we've got the media days coming up, like May 2nd and 3rd. Like, if anyone's got anything that they want to throw in chat that they be interested to know or whatever, obviously, like, limited time, can't ask every question, but it'd be good to see some suggestions or whatever if you got some stuff you'd want us to ask.
Yeah, no, we can do that for sure. Hunter, are you going to do a live stream for the draft lottery? I don't see why we couldn't.
Yeah, that sounds fun. And I like the drama. Did we do that last season?
I don't know that we did it for the lottery. Did we?
I feel like I have this like small memory of like trying to like tweet out like after each pick or whatever while we were live streaming. I think we might have done that.
Were we? Did anybody show up to our live streams back then?
I know, right? That might have been one of our first like experiment ones.
I was gonna say.
Show up.
I don't know, but yeah, no, I like I said, I want to do as much as we can with you guys, going through the playoffs and everything, and all the off-season events, just because I just want to keep this train going. Like, it's been so much fun, and obviously we all love hanging out with each other, so there's no reason that has to end just because the Kraken season did, as far as I'm concerned. Lindsay, Leafs over Lightning in 6, putting it out there. I mean, maybe. I have like this weird thing, like this weird feeling that the Leafs are going to figure it out. That being said, I took Lightning in 7.
Yeah, I think I take Lightning in 5 or 6. I might have gotten a little bold with it.
They have to lose in 7s, RJ. That's the way it is.
I know.
It's law.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's in the NHL bylaws. Austin Matthews loses in Game 7. That's what it is. It's the first round. Um, let's see. Brian from the top rope. Yeah, good to that. Lindsay, today is Yanni Gord's daughter's 4th birthday. Hopefully he can go home and celebrate with his family tonight. Yes, that's got to be rough. Shuffling off for that one odd game, and missing.
Yeah, I'm sure as soon as it got rescheduled, like he sees that immediately, like that's her birthday. Like, yeah.
Let's see. Hunter, who do you think will improve the most next season? Grubauer, Donskoy, etc. I think Grubauer might have improved actually the most this season. Back when we were talking about players who improved the most, It might be Grubauer actually.
Yeah, I mean, you look at how bad those numbers were at the start of the season, and you look at like especially the goals saved above expected, those numbers, and like it was like -25 by Christmas.
Yeah,
and which was like miles worse than anyone else. But it stayed at about that level the rest of the season. Like even now, it's like -26 or something.
Yeah.
So it it shows that it didn't get worse.
Right, and the defense didn't ever really get better, so that's impressive too. We can't say it's that. Yeah, I think Grubauer could come out and be an above average goalie. Like he started horrible, and then became average. I think next year he could be above average, if slightly.
And if he does that, then compared to this season, he's got to be the most improved.
Yeah, agreed. And yeah, Donskoy, I mean, get a goal in the first 2.5 months, you're improving. Yeah, unfortunately.
Buy low.
Yep. Reading ID was checking our penalty minute season leader. You get one guess. Yep, it's Vince Dunn with 63 PIMs, followed by Alexiak and Larson. I would have guessed Larson, actually.
Yeah, I would have guessed Larson, and if you had told me, oh, it's going to be someone you're not thinking of, I would be like, wait, does Lausanne still have the crown? But yeah, Vince Dunn, he's got a feisty side. I did not know that about him until this season.
Yeah, and that being said, to have your team leader with only 63, you don't take very many penalties.
No, you really don't.
And I know the league has changed since like when you and I started watching it, RJ, but like 63 is very, very low for your leader.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, most teams will have one guy that goes up into the 100, whatever, and because he's fighting a lot. But the Kraken just didn't have one of those.
Yeah, any fightings, any major / misconducts like those, will rack it up. Crosby, his rookie year, had over 100 guys. Like, just saying, the NHL was different back in the day. 18-year-old Sidney Crosby, 100 PIMs. Z Butler, you did an amazing job this year. Excited to see where this goes. I think I look forward to the post game as much as the games played before. Thank you. That is very, very kind to say.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate that. Media, we got the 3rd lottery spot. Yes, we did.
Correct.
Reading ID, Lady Bing contender out of those who played the full season, Riley Shahan with only 2 penalty minutes.
Ooh,
no one else was close. That is very impressive, considering his role on the team and everything.
Right. I mean, 4th line, kind of checking line center, like that's tough to do.
It is. Yeah. Scott, you guys rocked. Thank you. X-Kid Z, the hockey gods didn't seem to be on our side since the first game when Vegas soccer goaled the puck in for the win. That's what I'm saying. Like they were like, all right, we messed this up last time with Vegas. We thought we were doing a good thing. It turned out not to be a good thing. So this year, just misery and pain and hardship. Them.
Yep. And everything needed to be exactly the way that it was for Vegas's season. To humble them properly.
Yeah.
Hey, if the Kraken had won that game in regulation, then Vegas doesn't make it down to the wire as much. It's not as painful. Yeah. It all happens for a reason.
It really does. So yes, I think now is the turning point. Now that the season is over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joshua, how big of a super chat will it take to get RJ to do a playoff beard? I'm sure we can get a few to chip in on it, lol.
Gosh, we haven't reached it already.
I was going to say, RJ, we're sitting on a lot now already.
I know, geez, that's I mean, here's the thing. Like when the Kraken make the playoffs, I will think about it.
You're gonna have to walk into media rooms and stuff if that happens.
No,
RJ.
You're right. Okay, no, that's
a very
true.
bold statement.
No, that's the thing. Okay, I could not be taken seriously at that point. Like, okay, I think I need to like share a picture somewhere from that 2016 run to show you guys just how bad it is. You don't want that. I'm telling you, you don't want that on this camera like every time.
I was gonna say it's a part like maybe for one video, but like We're mostly doing this to save all of you.
Yes, this is for your own good.
I'll describe it in 2 words. Okay, you ready?
Oh boy.
Randomized minimalist.
I
It's a
was
good
not thinking that.
description.
It is. Oh man, randomized minimalist. Oh man, I gotta get the red off of my face here. All right.
See, you've already sweated more during this post game than Yanni Gord has all season.
I apparently credit to you there.
Lindsay, I'm so excited to see how all the players enjoy a beautiful Seattle summer this offseason. It truly is the most beautiful time in the Pacific Northwest. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Seattle summers are amazing.
Yeah, they didn't get to fully experience it. Yeah.
You got to see if you can get them to all go out, rollerblading with you.
Yes, everyone come rollerblade at Centennial Park with me. Yes, get all the players on board. I'd be left in the dust, but that'd be fine.
It'd be okay. Oh, come on, somebody would be back there with you. Who would it be? Who's been the slowest?
I mean,
it's got to be somebody.
Let's see who's been the slowest Kraken. I mean, Victor Rask isn't all that fast.
No, and yet he's always there on the forecheck. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Losing board battles. That's a good point. Like the Kraken don't really have like a slow player since Lauzon
No,
left.
they don't. No, they really don't.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Grubauer, just because he'd be like nice and wouldn't want me to like feel left out or behind or anything. He's the German gentleman, you know.
I was gonna say he seems like he'd be all like dappered up and just like enjoying it, like just nice, smooth strides, just cruising. Yeah, enjoying the wind in his hair. Infamous, thanks for great coverage this season, Dylan and RJ. The stream has been great for the post-loss therapy and post-win celebrations. Looking forward to watching with you all again next season. Looking forward to it too. But like we said, it's not technically over. I mean, it's over in this form, but we're gonna keep it going. We don't want to say goodbye or anything. That would be terrible. Go away for like 4 months. Ferris, thank you guys for the great coverage all year. Great to be part of this community. Big things ahead. Go Kraken for sure. Naderos, I might have waited to Febreze it, but I have nowhere to hang it that doesn't touch anything else. I only sprayed the front. All right, there we go.
Fair enough.
Joey, excited for next year. Young players coming in and money we will spend in free agency this season makes all the success we will have going forward totally worth it. Thank you, Kraken. Agreed. And then JMG asking, do you think Tanev can be at 100% next season?
Yes, I think so. Certainly he got hurt early enough in this year that you look at most ACL recoveries and he should be fully ready to go by training camp.
Yeah, exactly. And we haven't heard anything negative.
To the contrary, yeah.
Scott, beautiful pass by McCann on the first goal, finding Wenberg at the side of the crease, and the Sprong goal was brilliant. Also nice to see Donskoy get an assist on Sheahan's. It was. Those were nice passes. And the Beniers pass to McCann to set up that Wenberg one was nice too.
Yeah, the passing was great on those goals. I mean, you look at the Sprong goal too, the stretch pass by Chalowski, you know, the soft little pass in from Pouliot to Sprong. And you look at those are 3 guys that, you know, are all relatively new. I mean, you know, Pouliot, Sprong, Chalowski, you know, making it happen.
Yeah. No, isn't it crazy like when you pass to each other's sticks, what can happen?
And when you can receive the puck cleanly, it doesn't bounce right off your stick.
Yeah, can you guys, like see what we're talking about when we talk about these things, guys? That's what it looks like. Sergeant Pickles, you guys got to get to a Silvertips Thunderbirds game, preferably the Battle of the Sound at CPA next year. That would be amazing. I would absolutely love to. Everybody who went to that just spoke so amazingly about it.
Yes, it was awesome. Can confirm. Yeah, I was lucky enough to get to go to that one. That was my first like WHL game that I'd ever been to. Shout out to Scott at Cheap Seat Sports for the ticket, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was awesome. Got to get out to a WHL game next season.
Yeah. Lindsay, I still think we need to form an ECH team to dominate trivia night at KCI this off season.
Yes. Yeah, we need to do that. I love trivia too. Like trivia is my thing. We got to do that.
Yeah. How hard is the trivia up there? Like, and what kinds of stuff is it? Do you know? RJ?
Yeah, like
is it
what
like Kraken specific?
No, I don't.
Or...
Yeah, I
Let us
don't
know,
know.
Lindsay.
I haven't been there. Yeah, Lindsay, tell us.
Put some like example questions you remember.
Yep.
Joey, what do you guys see not being? Oh, who do you guys see not being back in Seattle next year? I think Donskoy is gone. We've talked about this. Donskoy's contract's going to make that difficult.
Yeah, I think he's going to be so hard to move. Mm-hmm. That's just the reality.
Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, we talked about Rask and Sprong earlier. Shahan probably, realistically, got so many centers now. Probably not going to re-sign him. Defensively, I think Hayden Fleury's probably gone. I don't know about Cale Fleury either.
Yeah, it's tough. Like defensively, especially if they want to bring in some veteran D, or if they like to go after a Klingberg. I mean, that could mean a lot of guys are gone.
Yeah, Cholowski and Pouliot, we just talked about them. Probably not going to be them either. So, yeah. Sergeant Pickles, back when Ty and Brian really getting into the super chats. I'm at work trying to make money and you guys gonna bankrupt me.
Oh boy.
Tell me about it. It's been crazy. Let's see. Yeah, there's Nathan with the wheels over doors. It has apparently for now been decided.
What a comeback.
Striatics. Sprong has an even better EVGA by 60. I'm just going to read him like that. Than Victor Rask, and is fourth among active Kraken forwards in EVCF percentage. Cough. Rask is first. Cough. No. Yeah, I know.
Wacky numbers.
I know. No, we've been having this debate on Twitter the last couple of days, or not really a debate, but we've been talking about this stuff. Me and Striatic on Twitter the last couple of days. It's crazy. Sprong and Rask. I mean, they've been in there. It's just the sample size has been limited.
Right, but like still, that is odd.
Right,
it's first in even strength Corsi 4 percentage. What?
It's because he was on the Yanni Gord line with McCann.
There you go.
Like, let's be real. That's probably what it is. But
I'll do it.
I mean, Victor Rask is responsible defensively. He's not great at like keeping the puck in the offensive zone. Like all his turnovers are all in the offensive zone, and those hurt or whatever. But defensively, if you look, I mean, he's always around making kind of a difference. So in that sense, I guess I could believe it if he's put on the right line. Make it happen. And then being on that second unit power play.
Yeah.
That just gets like shot attempts like crazy.
Well, yeah, but even strength. You know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know. But it bleeds over because the power play ends and then it's even strength for about 10 seconds. And those 10 seconds accumulate, RJ. Eventually to a minute. What the heck? That's because I was reading the next one. I always try to pre-read, make sure there's nothing like dangerous in there, right? Joey, door's not even closed. There we go. Ty, did we see who got the pillows? That would have been an amazing to get. What pillows?
The pads, Drieger's pads.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see who got them. Actually, funny enough, I stuck around in the arena, till about midnight.
Yeah.
Till about midnight, I was there, and around like 11:50 or so, I did see a woman carry the pads out of the door. She looked like she might have kind of worked there in some capacity. They might just have like shipped them or something to whoever won them. But I did see the pads exit the building. And it was funny. She was like carrying them all like this. It was hard to grasp getting through the door. So I offered to help her with the door. But yeah, they did leave the building, went out into the rain. So hopefully they're all right. But yeah, I don't know who won them, but I saw them leave.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they scotch guarded them beforehand.
Oh yeah,
it's all good. I mean, they got to be on ice. Like,
I mean, they're on ice.
Yeah.
Like, come
on. All right, that's interesting. Reading ID at Medeiros. Now you need to record a Ladies and Gentlemen the weekend for ECH. Yes, do it. We'll definitely use that.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Lindsay, yes, I still haven't met Dylan in person. That's got to happen next season. I know. So many people I still need to meet. I know. Joey, every hotel has 1,000 doors without no wheels. It's not even close. Hotels. We don't need to bring all this back up, Joey, but I appreciate it. And I agree. Striatic, can Medeiros and Caitlin and VDCL start their own Kraken podcast already? Vince Dunn co-leader. That would be a fun one.
It would
It
be.
would be.
It would be. They'd have just like this unique element to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun. Scott, are you guys going to be doing more draft prospect reports? I love hearing your thoughts on draft eligible guys. Yes, no, those will continue. And then they'll just kind of go live when I have them done.
Yep.
No Patreon to go exclusive to first. I know that because all the travel, everything got all out of whack, but Patreon people just had the Savoy video. I'll probably put that up in like 2 weeks for everybody else. Just kind of still keep it exclusive to them for a little while, and then from here on out, yeah, as I get them done, they're gonna go up. Excited to go look at the European guys now, RJ.
Exactly, that's gonna be great. Slavkovsky, that's my request.
All right, well, we'll see.
I know.
I haven't even got there yet. Kitty B Kraken, all the super chat support today is so amazing. I wish I had enough to beat out Brian for wheels. Car guys know wheels rule. There you go. Lindsay, there's nowhere for Donskoy to go from here but up, lol. That's true. Scott, don't forget about Schwartz. If he's healthy, he can be a key contributor. Can you ask about him, please? He's still on a long-term deal with the Kraken. Yeah, that would be a good one to ask about.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and we'll get him actually, I think, on the 3rd. So definitely be interesting to talk to him and kind of see how it's all going, and how everything ended.
Yeah. Donskoy could theoretically go down to the AHL or Europe. Stratic pointing out. Yeah, I mean, he's too good to right, like.
Right. I mean, here's the thing. Like, he's certainly not getting paid that much if he goes to Europe. There's no reason that he would want to leave or do that. And I know that Donskoy, like, behind the scenes and everything, he really wants to be a part of the solution in Seattle.
Yeah.
Like, he's disappointed in his play. Obviously, any player would be.
Yeah.
But he's determined to be like part of righting the ship here.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it 19 goals next season.
Ooh, okay. There you go. Regression to the mean. Let's go.
Kitty B Kraken, any Stanley Cup predictions before the playoffs begin? That they're gonna be really fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's gonna be so fun. That's the kind of prediction you meant, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. I gave my cool Rangers one.
Yeah.
Reading ID regarding the Pims, it's Larson second with 55, and then Alexiak third at 54. See, that's still crazy to me that you had 63 for your leader and then 2 guys in the 50s. Like, that's so.
Got to see where that ranks, like among all NHL teams. Like, is that the lowest leader? It's got to be close.
Yeah. Here we go, Medeiros. I will record any and everything I am asked. All right, there we go. We could definitely do that. Like, record like have people record GIFs and stuff. Community people, let us know if you'd be interested in that, everybody.
Yeah, that'd be
recording
fun.
stuff for different events that we could use on like the Twitter and stuff. Like, that could be fun.
Yeah.
Ty Rask is slow. Yeah, all right, I'll give you that. And Ty, I haven't rollerbladed in over a decade, lol. You won't be out back alone, RJ.
There you go.
It's been a while for me too. Hunter, if you had to make a prediction, where will we end up in the lottery? 4th.
4th. Yeah, I mean that's most likely. You look at the odds.
It's not a great prediction. just go with the favorite.
Just go with the odds. Yeah, I mean they're most likely to finish 4th, followed by 5th, followed by 1st, then 2nd, then 3rd. So kind of odd that they have the 3rd best lottery odds, and the 3rd pick is the one they're actually least likely to end up with.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna say. That being said, I could see 2nd happening again, and we had good luck with Beniers.
Yep, so, I would take that.
Wouldn't get Shane right, but
although does it count against like one of our however many 2 lottery wins in however many years? Because they actually added that. Remember?
Oh, I forgot.
That's Do we want that?
I don't know.
I hate the lottery.
Why is it so complicated? Just go back to the way it was. It was fine for like a decade plus, and then they just decided to change it every 2 years. I hate this. Let's see. I know Brian earlier, it must have gotten lost. I had seen the comment but didn't read it, and somehow it got shuffled. But Brian was saying Logan Cooley, and I wouldn't mind Logan Cooley at 2, 3, or 4.
No, I wouldn't either. That'd be a good one.
Talk about finisher. That's what he does.
Yeah.
All he does is score. Ty, I had a kid stop me in Fred Meyer because he saw my ECH pin on my hat. He was so excited and chatted me up about the chat. I held off, but finally told him I was Tank Commander. He said, yuck.
Oh.
Gave him my pin, though. Hey, good on you there for that,
Oh,
Ty.
good on you, Ty.
That's
Definitely
cool.
got to give you another one next time I see you.
Yeah.
You take him. Yuck.
God, I love kids.
They don't hold back.
They don't hold back. I love it. Hockey Bob, smash that like button, please. Hey, it must have got everybody's attention because we're at 42 likes, only 38 people still in here. So
there you go. Good job.
Lindsay, it's super easy and broad. I've gone to 4 trivia nights, lots of general knowledge, but the bonus round is hockey themed, and you can win beer and fountain drinks. Okay, so it's like general trivia. I thought it was like all hockey related.
Oh,
so
okay.
Good to know. Good to know. Example of a final round question. Name all 5 James Bond movies that Daniel Craig starred in as the titular character. I only got 2. Can you do it, RJ?
No. Quantum of Solace.
All right, that was the second one he was in.
Yeah. Skyfall.
That was the third one he was in.
Is there no time? Die day another. Okay. Okay.
Time to die a day another time, though. You know.
Exactly. All right, that's all I got for you.
I was gonna say, there's that one. Casino Royale, obviously his first.
Oh
his
yeah,
first
I
one.
even watched that. I missed that.
Brought back Martin Campbell to direct that one. Loved his style of it. They always go back to him whenever they get a new Bond. They're just like, write the shit for us, but then don't like continue keeping it right. We'll just bring you back to write it after we mess it up later.
Yeah.
And then what was the last one? It was just, stuck in development hell and we'll never make back our money on it. Bond.
So what this shows is we need Dylan for the movie trivia questions for sure.
Yeah, here we go. I'll give you all the fun stories, but I'll forget the fourth one. I forgot the fourth one. Spectre. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Lindsay. It was a very forgettable one. Let's be real. Madero's fun story. I stood next to the guy who got the Gru jersey, and he wouldn't trade because he thinks Susie should be traded. He said he'd switch for $1,000, lol. In my head, I knew he didn't appreciate either player, lol. No, he really didn't. If he thinks Susie should be traded, like, what is he talking about?
What a time to voice your opinions on the roster construction. All this stuff. Right next to the guy.
I know.
Like, they're right there.
That bum who had 10 goals, playing like in 58 games or whatever it ended up being. Like, wow. Wow. I agree with reading ID. Lol, F that guy. Lindsay Madero's, ugh, that's so lame. I would have happily let you get the Gru jersey if I were in his place. I think we all would have. We know what that is.
Yes. Every last one of us. If we know you, yeah.
You're still getting Carson Soucy. Like, it's still an amazing get. All of them would be amazing. Like,
yeah, I'm glad at least it was like right next to you that they had Gru there, so at least like you could see him up close. He was right there. I got the one picture of like the two of you making eye contact. It was great.
Yeah, I know. Stratic, I think we need a deep dive on the individual Kraken's advanced analytics now that the season is over, and you will be won over to the cult of analytics darling Daniel Sprong. Analytics darling Daniel Sprong. That's not something I thought I'd ever hear in my lifetime.
No. What a world.
Go back to that, what was it, 2015 draft? Whoa. And you're just like, yes, it's going to be an analytics darling for a Seattle team in 7 years.
Yeah. Try explaining that one to you.
Yeah, I'll be like, well, that was after he won 6 straight with the Penguins, right?
Yeah, just gets flipped over to Seattle, in the expansion draft.
Cheap Seat Sports. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Lotto win for first or second pick would count as one of the 2 wins in 5 years. Last year's win for Beniers is not included. That's 2 in 5 years. That 2 in 5 years starts this year. Okay.
Okay, cool.
So thanks for letting us know that.
Yeah, that's actually really helpful information there.
Yeah.
Got coming in clutch.
Yep. That being said, I don't know that any one person stands out from the rest in this pack. That feels like.
Yeah, you want first or just somewhere else in that. I don't think winning second is actually that great, all things considered.
Yeah. Maderos, I did thank Gru in person for the puck and got it signed later, which was nice. That is awesome. So you did get to communicate with him.
Okay,
That's what I wanted to hear. Glad you were able to do that. And Scott, have you heard the Carey Price to Seattle rumors for Gru plus lottery pick? If they both waive their no trade clause to do it, Price wants to be back home on the West Coast. That would be a terrible trade.
Yes, there's no reason
No
Seattle
way.
should ever do that. I mean, we kind of covered this with the expansion draft stuff. Should they take Carey Price? No, absolutely not. I mean, that contract is is just a mess. Like, no, don't do it.
No, and he probably does want to, be back here on the West Coast and stuff. I definitely believe that, aspect of it. But once again, I'm gonna go with reading ID. Lol. Oh no, will the Carey Price to Seattle takes never die?
I know. Apparently I thought we were done with that. I really did think we were done with that.
Is this?
Although, hang on, how much time is left on the Price deal?
I don't know.
Don't worry, I'm not going to actually entertain this seriously. But I was just thinking, thought experiment. Would you do Price for Grubauer straight up? There'd be very little reason for the Habs to do it.
Yeah, first of all, they wouldn't do it. No, I don't think I would.
Oh wait, actually, no. Price's term is about as long as Grubauer's. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like
Price
he's got
only
1 year
3 years left. Then maybe you think about it, but no, don't do it.
No, Grubauer is gonna be so much better over the next, however many years it would be.
Yes.
Yeah, no way at all. Exactly, Madero's coming after you.
Madero's, yeah.
Stop these sinful thoughts. Exactly. Lindsay, all right, signing off for the last ECH Kraken game of the 2021-2022 season. See you for the playoff streams and postseason fun. Lots of love and good vibes to the entire ECH community. Thank you so much, Lindsay, for being such a big part of these post-game lives. Those few games where you were missing, it really wasn't the same. And I know me and RJ would not be alone in thinking and saying that too. So
yeah.
It's been real, and we'll see you soon. And then, oh my gosh, coming in here, I was just thinking we could start wrapping this up or whatever. David with the $100 super chat. Thanks for all the content and hard work this season, RJ and Dylan. Here's to the playoffs in year 2. Cheers. Thank you. I will cheers to that with my lukewarm water.
Yep, my water.
That
is out actually.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, no, thank you so much, and thanks for all the support, everybody, in all the ways that you've given it.
Yeah, seriously, all season, in all the ways, everything. And then, geez, tonight, I can't believe this.
I know, it's been crazy.
Incredible. But yeah, thank you so much, David.
Yeah, it's awesome. I do think things are wrapping up here. Nice hour and 22 minutes we've been live. I think it's appropriate that this one went past the hour mark. I was hoping it would. I was questioning what the turnout would be after the game. Mm-hmm. We know losses, people less likely to show up with weekends and matinee and all that. But no, we had some good high peaks and still 36 people in here. It's been really really great, everybody.
Yeah, it really has. Awesome. And thanks for spending your Sunday afternoon, with us. It just means so much to us.
Well, not Sunday afternoon for everybody. As Barbara
that's
here,
right.
Almost midnight. Yeah. Good night. Have a nice Sunday. Love this Kraken journey. Hey, thanks for being here. I did think about you, and then you were very early on in the chats, but I was like, I wonder, I was trying to do the math in my head to see, can we catch your evening, maybe? Can Barbara be here, able to watch the game, hopefully? All that stuff. So glad to have you with us. Thanks for staying up so late. Go get some sleep before you got to work tomorrow. Yes, cheers, everyone. It's been amazing from Ty there. Great stream. Looking forward to the draft analysis from Striatic. XKidZ, I know what I'll be doing during the off-season, catching up with all the old ECH videos. I'd like to know Dylan and RJ's connections to Seattle. Okay, there you go. I know we talk about those somewhere in there. Madero's can't wait for an October ECH dance party. I know it'll be fun. We'll do it. It's opening night, hopefully. That'd be really nice. And XKidZ also our backgrounds in hockey. Those early videos I don't think we shut up about. So
I think it's all
got those. Barbara, I'm 9 hours ahead of you. Okay, so I'll remember that. Hopefully I'll remember that for next season.
Yep. Yeah,
just locked
9 hours. Yep. 2 minutes from midnight.
Ty again pushing episode 2. It's a riot, I'm telling you.
We got to go back.
I still don't know what it is.
We gotta go listen to that one together.
Scott pointed out they want Shane Wright bad. Apparently, 4 years left on price. Oh yeah, I said this like last time or whatever. Montreal wants Shane Wright so bad. They feel like they deserve him after this year so much. I know because there's always some Montreal fans in all of these prospect videos I've been doing, leaving comments, and certainly on the Shane Wright ones. Like this has been an all year long obsession for them. So if anybody else
and
wins
with
that lottery,
the draft, like that's yeah, that's what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, do you think they pull like a Mike Ditka and they'll like if they pick like third, or they'll just be like, hey, we'll trade you an entire draft to move up the 2 spots?
You know what? If Bergevin was there, I think they'd think about it. I think the new management probably would not. But that'd be fun.
Hey, it might not be a bad idea for Shane Wright.
Yeah. No, I mean, given
it's pretty safe.
the other, although I think they've got a lot of other picks to go.
Well, that's true. I don't know what else they have.
So maybe not everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got to right the wrongs for the last time they hosted the draft. I think in the first round they took Louis LeBlanc. Yeah, remember that name?
Yeah, I mean, barely. Enough to get a reaction. Sam, thanks, guys, for all your hard work over the season. Well done and keep it going. 11 p.m. in Ireland. Awesome. Thanks for joining us from Ireland. That's really cool. I think second person we've had do that.
Yeah.
Over the course of this year.
We need more matinee games. The people across the pond can join us.
It's how we can grow the game in Europe. And really,
yes.
I mean, that's what hockey needs to be more successful, right? It's a European audience.
Yeah. I mean, they are into the game. They love it. Come on. I mean, look, we're getting some of those Europe games, next season to start the season. It's going to be great.
I love those. Those are always so much fun. All right, everybody. It has been a wonderful final post-game live, I would say. Very eventful. Lots of I was gonna say up and down emotions, but there really wasn't any down emotions. There was some like super highs and then just like some high moments.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Oh man, it's come a long way since that first game in that hotel room in Vegas, huh, Dylan?
Oh my gosh, with the terrible Wi-Fi we were struggling through, and we're trying to figure out the lighting, which was a nightmare, but it was a lot of fun.
I had a t-shirt over the lampshade. Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to diffuse it. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. But even then, I think we were surprised by the engagement we got, and not just how many people were interested in it, but like how great everybody was, and and it really didn't take long before the community took shape for these. It really got together pretty quick, which was awesome.
No, I think right away we kind of had the inkling that like, hey, this could be something really special, and it certainly has turned into that.
Yeah. So. I guess one last time, thank you to all of you.
Yes, thank you so much. You made it a truly unforgettable season.
That is for sure, and we will see you not too long from now. We're still trying to figure out exactly like what the playoff schedule will be for everything and whatnot, but we will have it out there very, very soon, and then all the postseason and off-season content we've got planned. It's gonna be a lot. You'll still be seeing these faces. Don't worry.
Yes, don't worry.
And we'll make sure that there's always a chat for everybody to come hang out in and talk to each other and stuff too, because that's really why you're here. It's not to see these faces.
Yep. Community's not going anywhere.
Yep. Nope. It's gonna be awesome. And once again, bracket challenge. Come join us. See if you can guess which one's mine, because I didn't name it, my name like RJ did.
We'll see if you guess which one.
You could see, try to look at them all and then try to guess which one's mine. Winner gets an extra prize.
All right, there you go.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us for this last game, and we'll see you, later this week.
Yeah,
cool.
See you soon.
All right, bye.